we're gonna jump into TV and film. We'll get to the Snyder Cut, but before we get there, I wanted to talk about Black trauma in movies and TV. So, so a trailer for two. I think one's a movie, one's a show. One's going to be on Netflix, and one's going to be on I don't remember where, but one's called Them, and it's blatantly a copy. It's very obviously straight up a copy of Us. It's straight up like they stole Us and repurposed it, and it's called Them.
Us and Them.
You've seen the trailer?
No, I haven't. But
you check out the trailers before this. I forgot. I didn't even think to. Honestly, you can check them out now, but I don't know if it really matters. Two Distant Strangers is like a Groundhog's Day movie, but for whatever reason, just because it's a Black person in the movie, all of a sudden it has to be about racism. And it's Groundhog's Day, but with racism. And he essentially gets killed by a cop every time he tries to like go back to his home. He had a one-night stand with a woman. He's leaving her house and going back home. And every time he tries to go home, he gets killed by this same cop. And what I want to say is there isn't necessarily a problem with there being movies about Black trauma. The problem is they shouldn't be the vast majority of Black-led projects that are made. And that's where people on the internet are having a problem and are being outraged about both of these shows and movies, is that every time a Black person wants to lead a project, it has to be about the struggle of being Black. We can't be a wizard or a vampire or something like that. We can't be something fantastical or magical or mythical. It always has to be grounded in realism and racism and just trauma. And it's like, bruh, let me be Black Panther. Let me be Falcon. Let me be the homie Rhodey. Let me be in the Iron Man suit. Like, come on. It doesn't always have to be about racism. Funny enough, and I'm pretty sure they did this in response to this outrage, is RDC World made a video about a Black person going to pitch a show, and the show is about it's called Black Time, and it's just Black people going through time. And of course, the person mentioned like racism, and he's like, "Bro, they're not going back in time. They're going back to when dinosaurs were alive, and they're going into the future. So they aren't even going to try to touch on the period of time where we were obviously slaves." He's like, "Bro, that has nothing to do with this." And he's like, "Yeah, but what if they were basketball players? What if they were slaves? What if they were experiencing racism?" He's like, "Bro, shut up. I'll punch you. This isn't what this is about." Check that video out. It's called "How Networks Be When You Black and Trying to Pitch a Show." That's what the video is called. So yeah, I think there should be far more Black Panthers than there are Get Outs. We aren't just the trauma that we experience. There's so much more. Me and Amir have talked about. I have so many ideas for so many things featuring Black people. It's amazing, and I can't wait for our generation to really get out there and change the world. Lil Nas X is just the beginning of people our age out here doing what needs to be done and changing the way the world sees things.